Hey y'all, this is Richard. Today is September 28th, 2020, and I had a few things I wanted to talk to y'all about today. And in large part, it revolves around the continuing lack of organization with pro patriot, pro defense, whatever you want to term these people that are defending themselves from the Marxist mobs. And first off, there's a guy that's been in the news before nationally. His name is James Gardner. He was the bar owner in Nebraska that shot a guy in self-defense, and then it sounds like they decided that they were going to charge him. And 3 days ago, Mr. Gardner, who was an Army veteran, Iraq, I think, he apparently 3 days ago committed suicide. So, from what I understand, veteran and military suicides are way up since the pandemic. The first numbers I've seen actually have been today. Force-wide among active duty and actively participating, suicides are up about 20%, with the Army leading it at over 30% increase in suicides since COVID-19 started. So, that's a huge issue in and of itself. But then you stack on top of it the stress of, not being allowed to defend what you work so hard to create, and defend yourself, defend your property, defend your vehicle, whatever the case may be. You add that on top of it, yeah, that's going to increase the problem. That's going to make the problem just all that much worse. And apparently, Mr. Gardner didn't feel that there was any way out, because the way things are, it looks like he might not be getting a fair shake in court. And that's a very, very dangerous situation that I've talked about before. If people don't think that they're going to get fair treatment in the courts, then what's to stop the next logical conclusion on that path, which is, if I need to defend myself and I'm not going to get fair treatment by the justice system for defending myself, then why not get my punishment's worth and take as many of them as I can with me? And I'm not saying that I would do that. I'm not saying that I subscribe to that. But I do know how criminals think, and also how victims think. And when you push somebody into a corner, they're going to react differently than they would otherwise. And when you're talking about, whether it's veterans or, pro-Constitution citizens, you back them into a corner, and now you've got something that's far more dangerous than what you started out with. So the other aspect of that is a lack of organization in people that are planning to defend their communities, their businesses, whatever. You've got to know your laws inside and out. We had in South Carolina here, down in Charleston, last night there was a mob surrounded a vehicle. It turned out the vehicle had several weapons on board, in addition to the people that were in the vehicle. And these guys apparently were in violation in the way that they were carrying and transporting. So you have to be organized, you have to know your laws, and you have to um, uh, be doing more as far as your planning, your preparedness, because the Marxists, they got a jump on patriot factions. They just do. They are better funded. They have been planning longer. They have been organizing longer, and they have their personnel infrastructure. They have their leadership. They have people that have military experience that are guiding them onto what they should do when. Look at the recent recent video that Jarhead6 posted. There was, a very clear military element in the way that that mob and then the vehicles that were associated with that mob responded. There is no other conclusion. So, you've got to be getting better organized. Your communications, command, control, your planning, and your movements. This is something that they've already got the jump on you on, and that's sad, but that's the reality. And I know my video went over 5 minutes, but the stuff had to be said. Thanks.